Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how your body changes as you age? It's not just about the gray hairs or a few extra wrinkles, is it? No, it's the little things. The stiffness when you try to turn your head, the discomfort when you bend down to tie your shoes, or the struggle to lift something you once could with ease. The truth is, these are signs that your body's flexibility is starting to decline. Trust me. You don't want to ignore them. Make no mistake, maintaining flexibility isn't just about looking good. It's about living a comfortable, independent life. Today we're going to dive into why walking alone isn't enough to keep you feeling young, and how adding a few simple practices into your routine can help you stay agile, pain-free, and healthier longer. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now let's begin. Let's take a deep dive into one of the most urgent and often overlooked factors that quietly drains your strength each day: strength training. Sure, walking is a fantastic activity for your heart and mind. It brings peace, helps clear your head, and keeps you moving. But here's something most people don't realize. Walking alone does very little to prevent muscle loss. This is especially critical after the age of 70, and your body naturally begins to lose 3 to 5% of its muscle mass every decade, a condition that doctors call sarcopenia. And I want you to hear this. This isn't just about looking strong or having toned arms. No, this is about something far more important. It's about maintaining your independence. It's about preserving your ability to live life on your terms for as long as possible. When I talk to seniors, I often hear stories of how they can no longer live alone. And when they share their struggles with me, it's not their heart or lungs that are failing them first, it's their muscles. The reality is that muscle loss is the silent thief that steals your independence in your 70s and beyond. Simple tasks like standing up from a chair, carrying groceries, or climbing stairs can become impossible. And these are the tasks that determine whether you can stay in your own home or have to rely on others. More than the ability to walk, it's the strength of your muscles that will determine your future. Pause for a moment and think about your daily life. Have you noticed grocery bags feeling heavier than before? Is it becoming harder to get out of soft chairs without using your hands? Are you struggling to open jars or lift a heavy bag? These aren't just minor inconveniences. They're subtle yet clear warning signs that your muscles are weakening, even if you walk every day. Take Richard from Boston, for example. At 75, he walked 2 miles every single day for years, convinced he was doing everything right. But gradually, he noticed it wasn't enough. He couldn't lift his suitcase into the overhead bin when visiting his grandchildren. Standing up from his favorite chair became an exhausting struggle. One day, he couldn't even open his medication bottle without assistance. It was a heartbreaking realization for Richard. Despite all that walking, his muscles were slowly disappearing. When he went to his doctor, he received an eye-opening explanation. Walking is wonderful for your heart and lungs, but it does very little for your muscles. The arms, shoulders, chest, and core. Those muscles need more than just a good walk. They need resistance. They need something to push or pull against to stay strong. The good news? You don't need a gym membership or complicated equipment to reverse muscle loss. You don't need fancy machines or a trainer yelling at you. Simple strength training exercises using resistance bands, your body weight, or even household items like soup cans or water bottles can make a world of difference in just a few weeks. Imagine how freeing that would be, regaining your strength without the stress of complicated routines. The benefits of strength training go far beyond making daily tasks easier. Recent studies have shown that maintaining muscle mass is directly linked to living longer, having better brain function, and even a stronger immune system. Yes, your muscles produce compounds that protect your brain and fight inflammation in your body. And there's something else not enough people realize. Your muscle mass can even affect how well your medications work. By maintaining muscle, your body processes prescriptions more effectively, meaning you might need lower doses and experience fewer side effects. That's power right there. The power that you hold in your hands. Now let's talk about a simple test to see where you stand. Sit in a chair and try standing up without using your hands, and then sit back down. Do this 5 to 10 times without struggling. If you can do this easily, great. That's a strong sign that your leg muscles are in good shape. But if it's difficult or impossible, That's your body telling you that your leg strength needs immediate attention. Don't ignore it. Don't wait until it becomes a bigger problem. I would love to hear from you. What's the task that has become more difficult for you lately? Is it carrying groceries, getting up from chairs, or something else entirely? Share your experiences in the comments below. Let's connect and talk about how we can tackle these challenges together. But muscle strength is only half of the equation. We now need to address something equally crucial that walking alone simply can't provide, something that could save your life in an instant: balance training. You might think that because you can walk a mile without falling, your balance is just fine, but let me share something that might surprise you. Walking on flat, predictable surfaces does almost nothing to maintain the complex balance systems your body relies on. It's like having a smoke detector that's never tested. You won't know it's failing until there's an emergency. Falls aren't just accidents. They're the #1 cause of injury among adults over 70, sending more seniors to hospitals than any other event. What's truly heartbreaking is that many people never fully recover their independence after a serious fall. The CDC reports that 1 in 4 Americans aged 65 and older fall each year, but less than half of them tell their doctors. Why? Because admitting balance problems feels like admitting you're getting old. The truth is, balance loss sneaks up on you, quietly and without warning. Your body has incredible systems that compensate for small balance problems, masking them until one day you find yourself teetering on the edge of a fall. Take Margaret, for instance, from Minneapolis. At 73, she'd been walking 2 miles daily and thought she was fit as a fiddle. One winter morning, she stepped off a curb and her foot slipped. She didn't fall, but the moment of terror stayed with her. I realized I was one bad step away from a broken hip, she told me. It was a gut-wrenching realization. Despite all that walking, her balance had weakened. Why did this happen? Walking primarily challenges your body to move forward in a straight line on predictable ground, but it doesn't train your vestibular system in your inner ear, the proprioceptors in your joints, or the fast response muscles that help you catch yourself when something unexpected happens. These systems need specific challenges to stay sharp, to be ready for the unexpected. It's time to recognize that strength training and balance work together. Without them, you're not just risking your independence, but your quality of life. Let's change that. Take control now. Start working on your strength and balance today, and you'll thank yourself tomorrow. The fantastic news is that balance isn't something that deteriorates with age. It's something that can improve at any stage of life, even when it feels like the world is shifting beneath you. And the best part? The exercises to improve balance are surprisingly simple. Just imagine this: standing on one foot while brushing your teeth, walking heel to toe like you're on a tightrope, or gently shifting your weight from side to side while standing. These small, almost unnoticeable movements create mild instability that forces your body to react more quickly when it truly needs to. It's like preparing for an emergency without ever having to face one, building a level of resilience that's essential for your everyday stability. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment one below to let me know that you are still here with me. What many fail to realize is that balance training does far more than just prevent falls. It helps to improve your brain function in ways you might not expect. The cerebellum, that small but mighty part of your brain responsible for coordinating movement, is deeply connected to other areas of your brain that manage memory and cognition. Research has shown that enhancing your balance doesn't just help you physically, it gives your brain a much-needed workout too. It's a remarkable 2-for-1 benefit that is often overlooked, but one that can change the game for you as you age. Now, if you want to check where your balance stands, try this simple test. Stand near a counter for safety, lift 1 foot an inch off the ground, and hold steady for 10 seconds without touching anything for support. If that's a struggle, trust me, your balance needs immediate attention. And don't be discouraged. This is something you can work on and improve, just like any other area of your health. I'm curious, when was the last time you felt unsteady or had to grab something to keep yourself from falling? Was it that split-second moment when you reached for something on a high shelf? Or maybe when you got out of the shower and the floor felt slick beneath your feet? Those small moments might seem insignificant, but they are powerful indicators that your balance is slipping. I'd love to hear your experiences in the comments. Sharing your struggles may help someone else recognize their balance issues before a fall happens. And that's something we all want to avoid. Now let's move on to another essential priority that walking alone simply cannot provide, something that could determine how comfortably you'll move through each day: flexibility and mobility. Staying active is undoubtedly important, but flexibility is often an afterthought. Walking might be the first activity that comes to mind when you think of staying active, but there's a crucial element that walking doesn't address: flexibility. As we age, our joints naturally tighten and our muscles lose their pliability. This process is a subtle one, but the results are profound. Simple actions like turning your head while driving or reaching for something on a high shelf can become uncomfortable or downright impossible. Imagine this: you try to twist your body to check traffic before crossing the street, but your neck is stiff and your movement feels restricted. These are the little signals your body sends when your flexibility is fading, signals that can eventually affect your independence and make daily tasks feel like burdens rather than simple, routine actions. Take Thomas, for example. At 78, he was someone who walked every day, believing he was doing all the right things for his health. But then one day he noticed something troubling. Getting out of bed felt like a struggle. Bending down to tie his shoes became a challenge. Even simple things like checking for traffic while driving turned into uncomfortable tasks. Despite his dedication to walking, his body felt stiff. And it wasn't long before he realized that walking alone wasn't enough to maintain the flexibility he needed. This is where flexibility matters. Without it, you risk developing stiffness that can lead to pain, discomfort, and a restriction of movement that limits your ability to live fully. The good news: you don't need expensive equipment or fancy classes to regain your flexibility. Simple, effective exercises can easily be incorporated into your daily routine. Things like dynamic stretching, gentle yoga movements, or mobility exercises that don't require anything more than your own body. Start by trying neck rotations. Slowly turn your head from side to side, feeling the stretch in your neck muscles. Shoulder circles are another great exercise to release tension. Just roll your shoulders forward and backward. Even gentle yoga movements like cat-cow stretches or seated forward bends can help keep your joints lubricated, reducing pain and stiffness. Research has shown that improving your flexibility doesn't just help with movement, it enhances circulation, allowing blood to flow more freely through your body and helping with energy levels and overall well-being. I want to check in with you. Try this simple flexibility test. Sit comfortably and turn your head as far as you can to each side. How does it feel? Is there tightness or any restriction? If you feel discomfort, it's a clear sign that your flexibility needs attention. Let's talk about it. Which movements have become more challenging for you lately? Is it bending down to tie your shoes, reaching for something on a high shelf, or twisting your body to grab something behind you? Sharing your experiences could open up the conversation about how we can all work together to improve our flexibility and feel better in our bodies. Now that we've explored the importance of flexibility, let's move on to something that holds the key to your overall stability and comfort as you age. Something walking alone can't truly provide: core strength and posture. These two elements form the invisible foundation of your body, and walking doesn't engage them enough to keep you strong and aligned. After 70, poor posture isn't just about appearance, it affects the entire way your body functions. If you take a look at a group of seniors, you'll likely see that many of them are gradually leaning forward with rounded shoulders and a curved upper back. This is not a natural part of aging, it's a result of weakened core muscles that can no longer hold the spine in proper alignment. Walking simply doesn't activate these deep, stabilizing muscles in the same way that targeted exercises do. The consequences of poor posture go beyond looking older. It creates a cascade of issues: chronic back pain, restricted breathing, digestive problems, and an increased risk of falls. Many seniors find themselves unable to stand comfortably for even short periods, which limits their ability to enjoy social activities or simply be present in family gatherings. This was the case for Barbara from Phoenix, who had been walking 3 miles every morning for decades. But despite her dedication to walking, she found herself battling constant upper back pain and restricted breathing. One day, as she looked at photos from her granddaughter's graduation, she hardly recognized herself. "When did I start looking so hunched over?" she wondered. Barbara's doctor explained that her core muscles had weakened over the years, and her spine had gradually collapsed forward as a result. It's heartbreaking when you realize that despite all your efforts, something so essential to your well-being was being neglected. But here's the truth. Improving core strength and posture is a game changer. With the right exercises, you can reverse the effects of poor posture and regain the confidence and comfort you deserve. These three priorities, balance, flexibility, and core strength, are interconnected. Walking alone won't give you all the benefits you need to age gracefully and comfortably. You deserve a body that feels strong, aligned, and capable. Start working on these areas today and you'll feel the difference in both your body and your spirit. You're never too old to start, and the changes you make now will serve you for years to come. The turning point in Barbara's journey came when her doctor showed her something simple but incredibly effective. Core activation exercises she could do anytime, anywhere. She didn't need to add more walking to her routine. Instead, she learned how to stand with her shoulders and head gently touching the wall and press her lower back toward it, holding that position while breathing deeply and normally. She began practicing seated pelvic tilts while watching her favorite shows, and even engaged in gentle abdominal bracing while standing in line at the grocery store. Within just 6 weeks, Barbara noticed a transformation. The constant ache in her back began to fade, her breathing felt noticeably easier, and friends started commenting on how much taller and more confident she appeared. "I feel like I've reclaimed inches of height I thought were gone forever," she told me with a gleam of pride in her eyes. What's particularly fascinating about strengthening your core is how it impacts your entire body. Your core muscles do so much more than support your spine. They serve as the stable foundation that helps your lungs expand fully, ensure your digestive system functions properly, and even allow our heart to pump with less effort. This is where the power of posture comes into play. Research shows that improved posture can increase lung capacity by as much as 30% in some seniors. Just think about it. More oxygen reaching every cell in your body, helping you feel more alive, more energized. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. If you're wondering how your posture is right now, here's a simple test you can do. Stand with your back against a wall, making sure your heels, buttocks, shoulders, and head are all touching the surface. Does this feel comfortable, or does it feel unnatural? If you find it difficult to maintain contact with the wall, it's a clear sign that your posture has shifted away from optimal alignment, and that's something you should take seriously. I'm genuinely curious, what changes have you noticed in your posture over the years? Do you find yourself slouching more often, or has someone pointed out that you don't stand as tall as you once did? These changes can creep up on us over time, and acknowledging them is the first step to reclaiming our vitality. Please share your experiences in the comments below. Your story might help someone else recognize similar shifts and take action. Now let's move on to something critical that walking alone might make worse: joint protection. Walking may seem like a simple, healthy choice, but for those over 70, especially when walking on hard surfaces like sidewalks and mall floors, it can be hurting your joints rather than helping. It's a hard truth, but it's something that rheumatologists and orthopedic specialists are increasingly concerned about. As we age, the cushioning cartilage in our knees, hips, and ankles naturally thins. Our bodies also produce less synovial fluid, the natural lubricant that keeps joints moving smoothly. Over time, the shock-absorbing structures that once protected our joints become less resilient, making every step you take on hard surfaces a potential strain. The consequences of joint damage are profound. For many seniors, joint pain becomes the main reason they stop being active altogether, and when that happens, a painful cycle begins. Less movement leads to more stiffness, which leads to even less movement, and before you know it, your independence starts slipping away. It's not a sudden fall or accident, it's a slow, steady decline that sneaks up on you. Take William from Chicago. At 77, William had been walking 2 miles every day without fail, rain or shine, believing it was the key to staying healthy. But then his knees started hurting, not just during his walks, but for hours afterward. "I thought I just needed to push through it," he told me. "My father always said, no pain, no gain." But when he saw his doctor, he got a wake-up call. The pain wasn't strengthening him, it was a warning that his joints were slowly being damaged. The solution wasn't to stop moving altogether, it was to change the way he moved. His doctor recommended low-impact alternatives that would strengthen the muscles around his joints without the constant pounding. William began swimming 3 times a week at the local YMCA, using a stationary recumbent bike on other days, and practicing gentle chair-based movements that kept his body mobile without straining his joints. Within a month, his knee pain had dramatically decreased. "I'm moving more than ever," he shared with me, "but without the constant aching that used to keep me up at night." The science behind this is fascinating. Different types of movement create varying pressure patterns that help distribute synovial fluid throughout your joints. It's like working oil into a squeaky hinge. It reduces friction and provides nutrients to the cartilage. Water exercises, in particular, are incredibly effective because they allow a full range of motion with minimal stress on the joints. The buoyancy of water takes about 90% of your body weight off your joints while still providing resistance for muscle strengthening. Imagine how freeing that feels, moving with ease, without the pain you once thought was inevitable. Here's a simple way to assess your current joint health. Pay attention to how your body feels an hour after you've been walking. Do your knees, hips, or feet feel comfortable, or do you experience aching, stiffness, or discomfort? If the pain lingers for more than an hour, your body is signaling that the movement is causing more harm than good. One benefit of properly caring for your joints that often goes unspoken is how it can decrease your reliance on pain medications. Many seniors find that with the right approach to joint health, they can significantly reduce or even eliminate their need for pain relievers. William, for example, was able to stop taking daily anti-inflammatory medications altogether after just 3 months of joint-friendly exercise. Before making any changes to your routine, please consult with your healthcare provider. Your joint conditions, overall health, and medication regimen all play a role in determining the safest approach for you. But I'd love to hear from you. Do you experience discomfort in your knees, hips, or feet after walking? How long does the pain last? Your experiences could help someone else recognize similar patterns and take action before it's too late. Please share in the comments below. We can all learn from each other and make our journeys toward better health a little easier. As we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned today. We've explored how simple changes, from strengthening your core to improving your posture and understanding how to protect your joints, can truly transform the way you feel every day. It's never too late to start making those changes. Whether it's working on your balance, improving flexibility, or taking better care of your body, every little step counts. So, what have you learned from today's video? What's one thing that stood out to you and that you plan to bring into your daily life? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear what small change you're committing to making a part of your routine. If you liked this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more helpful tips and inspiring content. Let's keep growing stronger and healthier together.